So the best thing is to divide out what you have in a container and use that up, and then rinse this out and get a new container. And I don't remember what root tone is, but it's maybe $4 a bottle. It's not much. You can get it at Home Depot, or you can get it at Ace or Zippers, or places like that. Now this is where the mess is going to occur on the floor. But I'm just going to you go around, and I'm going to put some more because this didn't have as much as I wanted on it. And it's a little different doing it when you're doing it in hand. On a bush, it's really easier so that you got it, it's not jumping around. I'll try to do this over the...
You try to find a piece that's that size and diameter, not a big stem.
You see that's about the same size?
Yeah.
We have tried doing bigger ones, and you can do bigger ones. The problem is then that your cup is not as tight, and then you have to put one of these ties around it to hold the cup together as well. So we found if you use something about this size, that's the best way to do it. Now I'm going to show you the next part of what I do. I think this is, thank you. You take your sphagnum moss and you don't want it to be soaking wet, so I get out most of the water there. I go ahead and put it back in.
How thick are you applying it, the root tone?
How thick with the root tone? I try just to go around it. It looks sort of flaky on it. I think I need to cut this one off too. We'll just use the bottom.
Okay. So well, let me walk around real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just, I'll bring
And
this
did
up.
y'all see what the cups look like? Did they get around?
So you end up almost with a little paste.
Yeah, it's sort of pasty looking on it. And it's not the neatest thing in the world, so you come back with, garbage over you and everything else, but, when you garden, that's what you're supposed to get, dirty. I've got another one. If somebody wants to try, just to see what I'm talking about, we've got another piece up here. You can try one. But I was just trying to give you some idea as to what normally goes into having a branch that you're going to air layer. And as I say, it's much easier doing it on the plant than holding it and putting things around. The other thing that we have found out is that if it's an extremely wet year, you need to look at that also, because sometimes the water will come. There's a little well in the bottom of this that water will go down into. And I think you'll see that after we put it on the limb. May have to put my eyes on. I can tell no, the top one's not done. You can hear it snap. That's not going to do is
It's gotta go out.
I'm going to take the bottom. Oh, okay, I see what.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Howard. That's
I have my glasses.
Then this that I have squeezed some of the water out of. I'm gonna do it over here so I don't make a bigger mess than I made.
What is the best time of year to do this?
The best time to do it is in the spring. And I would say if you start in March, April, it's a good time, late March, early April. The other reason for doing it in the spring is that you know what the plant is that you're dealing with, or you have a pretty good idea. And you're going to find some of these places that things are labeled. We did a whole group out of Lebanon, and part of the ones there we thought had been labeled, and Mary thought they had been labeled, and when we looked around, none of the labels were really on the plant, so we're not sure what we did there. And so now they're going back and relabeling some of the ones at Lebanon that we used.
How long before one that size will bloom?
That's the beauty of doing them this size, because this one probably will bloom, could bloom this coming year, 2 to 3 years maximum. And I'm sure when I look at this in another couple of months, there are going to be little buds on it. Now, do you want to see what it looks like before I put the top on? See the